Good day everyone. So for today, I will tackle about the Kalinga and the Mangyan indigenous peoples. So first, alamin muna natin ang Kalinga. So ang Kalinga ay tinatawag din na the land and the tribe of the brave. History. Kalinga comes from the common noun Kalinga, which means enemy, fighter, or headhunter in the Ibanag and Gadang languages. The inhabitants of Cagayan and Isabela considered of the Kalinga as their enemies. So this is the national costume of the Kalinga men. The Kalingas are the indigenous peoples of the Kalinga Philippines. They are generally known to the tall, dark, complexioned, and light-tongued with high brains noses. So physically, they are very sturdy and well-built, so that they were warlike. The characteristics makes them more like soldiers. So the name Kalinga believed to have came from Ibanez Kalinga and Gadang Kalinga, which both mean headhunters. So tribal wars was occur when hunting peace pass system was broken or violated. So there were they called the Budong or the efficient Kalinga institutions, which was one of their creations. It is a peace pact or treaty between two tribes wherein the pagta or the laws on the tribal relations are made. So that is the time where the Budong is also the Magna Carta of the tribes, the Kalinga tribes. And then according to the National Commission on Culture and the Arts, there are 31 sub-tribes of the Kalinga or the ethno-linguistic group. So this is ito yung Kalinga tribe, tinatawag natin. Makikita natin ang babae, lalaki na nakasuot ng kanilang traditional na kasuotan. So Kalinga covers a total area of 3,231.25 square kilometers, occupying the central section of the Cordillera Administrative Region or the CAR. So the province bordered by the mountain provinces to the south, Abra to the west, Isabela to the east, Cagayan to the northeast, and Apayao to the north. So ito yung land or area ng Kalinga na kung saan makikita natin yung Chico River. So large swaths of provinces, lowlands, or open grassland. So yun, ang Kalinga ay matatagpuan yung mga pangunahing lupa dito na kung saan ay maaring maging pastulan. So, in higher elevations to the Thai West, particularly in the mountains of Balbalan, lies some of the most intact pine forests of the Luzon Island. So, the province experienced the average temperature ranging from 70 to 22 degrees Celsius with the three types of patterns. So, climate. The dry season extends from November to April. So, the rainy season, the heaviest rain usually occurring from July to October. So, the province is drained mainly by the Chico River, so which is the headwaters. So, yung Chico River is yung tinatawag nila na headwaters or the source of living in our water land. So, administrative divisions, Kalinga comprises one city and 7 municipalities, all encompassed by a single legislative district or that Tabuk was proclaimed component city in 2007. So, the main source, so the Sweden farm, also aside from the food productions, cattle and pastured there and poultry raised in the backyard. So dances, so they have the dances which is called the Salidsid dance, the Kalinga courtship dance performed by a male and female, or thus it's sometimes called the Kayu dance. So this is the Sid or Salidsid dance of the Kalinga tribe. So as you can see in the picture below, so we have the woman kung saan ay nagtatanim ng kanilang palay. So Kalinga household consists of the Neckley family and aged grandparents for their show great respect for their elders. So belief and traditions, Kalinga women are strong and will kill their husband if caught cheating. So one of their also traditions, enemies rituals with Christian worship. So the religious belief generally nature related and they make proprietary offerings to Anito. So pinapanatili din nila ang kanilang kultura at paniniwala sa pamamagitan ng pag-offer sa kanilang mga anitos o yung kanilang gods. So Kalinga is also known as the Limos or Limos Liwan. So Kalinga, they speak Kalinga and the Limos languages. So again, they speak Limos languages. So like for example, Kalinga, Ampia, Tagalog masarap, Lawing, Tagalog pangit. So Gona Ogom, nasaan ka? And the Awadik Sina, so nandito ako. So clothes, Kalinga men wear baag or bags. So while the women wear saya or colorful garment covering the waist down to the feet. So the women are also tattooed on their arms of their shoulders, wear colorful ornaments like bracelet, earrings, and necklaces, especially on the day of their activities. So as you can see, this is the national costumes of the Kalinga men and women. So inandila, a native delicacy of the Kalinga made of pound malagkit. So this is their food, the inandila. So Kalinga, the cooking rice into the bamboo is called la linudag, which dates back to the olden practice of the cooking rice in bamboo cuts and they displaying the bamboo cuts with the rice still intact. So another food of Kalinga, which is called the linudag. So their elder Kalinga woman was called Lasoy, or she's called the name Lasoy, which is she is 84-year-old, a member of her generation with a composer Kalinga tattoos on what means to the Kalinga woman and her personal journey of both love clothing. So this is Lasoy. So tattoo technique and mambabatok meanings. The tattoo tools themselves are made from the instrument constructed in bamboo, razor sharp lemon thorns. So the design mark onto their skin long strips of straight grafts deep in simple mixtures of charcoal water. Then torn tape and submerged in the charcoal solution before rigorously hand tapping the piercing point into the design on the skin. So one of the mambabatok, which 103-year-old Maria Ogay, famously known as Apuang Ud. So they said the last and oldest mambatok from the tribe of Budbot in Buscalan, Kalinga. So she is known for being tattoo artist who use the old way. So using indigenous materials such as charcoal and water as her ink. So she taps in her hand made thorn which is made from lemon or pomelo wood. So most of her tattoos features by Bayan alphabet and other tribal patterns, symbolize nature and bravery. So this is Apuwang Ud. So that's all for Kalinga tribe. So let's tackle about the Mangyan tribe, which is came from Mindoro, Philippines. So the Mangyan people, history of the Mangyan tribe. So Mangyan is the generic name from the 8 indigenous group found on the island of Mindoro, so southwest of the island of Luzon, so Philippines, which is own tribal name, language, and customs. So the total populations maybe around 280,000, but official statistics are difficult to determine under the conditions of remote areas. So reclusive tribal groups and some having little any outside world contact. So the 280,000 people o subtotal of populations of Mangyan was not, so ibig sabihin hindi pa ito yung tansya sapagkat meron pa mga liblib na lugar doon sa Mindoro na kinabibilangan ng Mangyan people. So artifacts of the Mangyan tribes. So as you can see in the picture, so we have their baskets, porcelain, and other handmade materials. So the indigenous Mangyans offered myriad of culture-rich artifacts that give insight into their culture and trade. So the people living in southern Mindoro during the pre-Hispanic era are exceptional in their weaving, pottery, and systems of writing. So their clothes. Their clothing differs between genders. So the male generally wears loose clothes and a cover from the lower body, whereas the female would wear skirt and shirt for their tops. So this is the national costumes and clothing of the Mangyan people. Facts about the Mangyans. Mangyans were once the only inhabitants of Mindoro. Being coastal dwellers at first, they have moved inland and into the mountains to avoid the influx and influence of foreign settlers such as the Tagalog. So Spanish and their conquests and religious conservations and raids by the Moro. So they raided Spanish settlements for the religious purposes and to satisfy the demand for slave labor. Today, the Mangyan live secludedly in remote parts of Mindoro, but eventually come down to the lowlands in order to make usual trades. So their sustenance is farming for their own crops, fruits, and hunting. So their systems of writing called Surat Mangyan. So Surat Mangyan is their traditional systems of writing until now. So it's a pre-Hispanic syllabic systems and believed to be the Indic origin. So it is still practiced today and still being taught in different Mangyan schools of Oriental Mindoro. So this is the examples of Surat Mangyan. So the Hanuno also practice their own traditional poetry called the Ambahan. So one of the tribes in Mangyan was called the Hanuno Mangyan. So they call their traditional poetry the Ambahan or a rhythmic poet expressions with a meter of 7 syllables presented through the recitations and chanting or inscribed on the bamboo. So the Mangyan subsistence economy used to center on the fishing cultivation, complemented by hunting and gathering. So during the dry season, the men hunted monkeys, deer, tamaraw, and especially wild pigs. So during the rainy season, they use traps. So as we can see, wild pigs are one of their food which they are offers to their gods and goddesses. So as you can see in the picture below, as I said, they offer the wild pigs in their hand to their wild forest. So that's all. Thank you for my reporting in Kalinga and Mangyan tribe.